Hey divas, welcome back to my channel, The Beauty Main, and today's video is a review. I'm doing a review on the Maybelline Fit Me Stick Foundation. Oh yeah. Now, as you guys know, I am an advocate and extreme fan of the liquid Fit Me foundation. You see me using this in my videos a lot. I find myself grabbing this one over my higher end foundation sometimes because it is a great everyday foundation. And I've always seen the stick one and I just never thought to buy it. You know, I was never a stick foundation type of female. I was always liquid, you know, because my skin isn't as problematic. My skin's like combination. It's not as oily. Like the only places that I really get oily is maybe like right here, my T-zone, and that's it. But it's nothing that will, you know, that is more of a hindrance to me when it comes to wearing makeup, because I always set my foundation with powder to prevent that, and it works just fine for me. So I am fortunate enough to have, you know, skin that is foundation appropriate. I don't know, whatever word I'm looking for. They say that this is shine free and it is a light to medium coverage. Now, as for this being shine free, I still set this with a powder because just whenever I wear drugstore foundation, they always end up settling in the creases and crevices of my face. I have laugh lines, so every time I wear drugstore foundation, you know, the foundation always sets right here, and you know, I don't like that, so I always have you know, my powder on me, and I always set my face with powder just to reduce that problem. As for shine free, for someone with my skin type, it's definitely going to be shine free. But if you are oily or severely oily, I don't think that this is going to, you know, make that big of a difference on your skin. You're still gonna need to set it. I do like the fact that it is, you know, cream, and it doesn't feel really heavy and cakey. How I apply it is I just, you know, randomly apply it on different parts of my face, and then I take my beauty blender sponge and I just blend it in, and it blends in, you know, very well. They say also that it's matte. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's matte. If this is a word, I say that it's semi-matte. So this is a perfect foundation for the summer months, I guess you could say, because, you know, it is cream and you can just, you know, blend it in, and it's not, you know, liquid or anything like that. But this wouldn't be a lifesaver for anyone who has oily skin, because if you have oily skin, to be honest with you, it really doesn't matter what you put on. As the day goes on, you know, your skin's just naturally oily. It's just going to, you know, shine through whatever foundation that you have on your skin. But I am feeling this foundation though. I must admit this myself. I'm not disappointed that I bought it. If you like the liquid, I'm quite sure that you would like the stick. So is it worth going out to buy? Yes, of course. I would not buy this from like Walgreens and CVS because they have it like unreasonably priced. It's like $8.99 and $9.99. Now, why would you do that when you can get this at Target and Walmart for about $4.99 or $5.99? So, and also the Fit Me foundation at Target, the liquid is, I know for a fact that it's $4.99 because that's where I go to get it, because it's only $5. But so this must be like I said, about $5, $6. So why would you go to, you know, Walgreens and everything to pay higher amounts, you know, on a foundation where you can go to Target and Walmart and save yourself a few bucks? And if you go on the Sunday newspaper, or if you're like a big coupon clipping diva, then you know, every now and then you might luck up and find like $1 or maybe $2 off on any Maybelline products or Maybelline face products, and then boom, there you go, saving more money. So I'm giving this a thumbs up. I'm not disappointed in it. I've been using it for maybe about a week, and I've had it on all day, and the only issue that I had was, which is inevitable for me because I have laugh lines, is that, you know, it would just crease up, you know, it'll cake up just slightly right here in my my laugh lines, which is inevitable, but I always just solve that by just having powder on me and just wipe it away. So it's nothing for me to be like, I don't want to wear this, you know. So I give it a 2 thumbs up. And one of the main reasons that I am like really feeling the Maybelline Fit Me foundation is because I'm just ecstatic that after how many years have Maybelline been out? Quite some time, maybe like what, 40, 50 years? I have no idea when Maybelline first comes out, but it's just taking them now in recent years to actually come up with more colors for more foundation colors for women of color. The main reason why I started wearing MAC is because they always had a shade that would match my skin tone. It would be so hard for me to go to the drugstore and find an drugstore foundation to match my skin tone. Now, yes, you're like, oh, what are you talking about? What's your problem? You're light. Yeah, they have foundations that are for like lighter tones, but they're more brown tone. They come out a little more creamy, I mean not creamy, a little more brown. And as you can see, I am yellow. So I used to put on the, you know, the lightest foundation for women of color, the brown one, and it would make my face look ashy because it wasn't my color. I have yellow tones, I'm, you know, golden tones, like, so those colors that they had for, you know, women of color were very limited, and they just did not match my skin. And so that's the main reason why I started wearing MAC, and I'm just like a severe advocate for MAC because they had my color. But finally, just in the recent, you know, years, well, not even the recent years, maybe like 3-4 years ago, they're finally stepping their game up and coming up with foundation color, a broader span of foundation colors for women of color, you know. And that it just pisses me off because it's just like, women of color wear makeup too. Women of color need foundation, you know, that's affordable as well. You know, you can't just market to just 13 skin tones, because not everyone is a 13 shades or 10 shades or even 5 shades. So I'm giving thumbs up to Maybelline because their Fit Me has added more colors, which is great for women of color. This one is golden beige, which matches my skin just fine because it has golden, you know, highlights, and it doesn't make my face ashy. Thumbs up to CoverGirl, and well, thumbs up to Queen Latifah, you know, when she came up with the CoverGirl Queen collection, which has a broad spectrum of shades for women of color, from, you know, lighter than me, to you know, dark, which is absolutely great. Revlon has finally stepped their game up, and they've added more shades to their collection, as well as L'Oreal with the True Match. They're finally adding, and it seems like each year they're adding more shades, which is absolutely great too, because not everybody, like I said, they don't fall under those same 13 shades. Like, what are these companies' problems? I mean, better late than never, but for real, like, Rimmel needs to step their game up because Rimmel does not have any shades for women of color. Neutrogena needs to go ahead and step on that bandwagon as well and come up with some shades. Do they not know that women of color is a market too? Do they not know that we spend money too? Do they not know that if they add, you know, foundation colors to suit us, we would go out and buy them because it's affordable? Like, we are a part of the beauty market too. Like, please don't ignore us, or please don't put us in a shade of 5 colors. Like, they have all the shades in the world for, you know, Caucasian women and Asian women, but when it comes to African Americans, Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, you know, Colombians, people who are of mixed descent, like, the selection is just limited. So I'm glad that they are finally coming to realize that, hey, not everyone is these colors, and hey, let's make some more products for women of color. So kudos to them. I'm so glad about that. But like I said, Rimmel and Neutrogena, and I can't think of another product that I'm going in the drugstores and seeing that I cannot buy any of their foundations because they don't have nothing to suit my color. So they really need to get on the bus. Hello, it is 2014. America is a big fat melting pot, mixed salad, whatever simile metaphor you want to call it. So but enough of my rant, and let me know your thoughts on, you know, the drugstore foundation and the women of color, and how we're having such a hard time, you know, finding makeup that matches our skin tone. So let me know your comments on that, and let me know what are your thoughts on the Maybelline Fit Me Stick Foundation. And thank you for actually sitting along and listening to my rant. It started off as just a foundation review, and then it just went on to something else. But oh well, it doesn't matter. You guys should know me by now. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and until the next video, divas, take care.